you what's been on my mind. Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far.
Hey everybody, welcome to the weekend wrap up. I am sitting in a place you probably don't recognize. This is we're sitting here. Bryant has purchased a car, and him and Isaac it's just a beater up, like a little $500 type car that doesn't run or hasn't run. And so him and Bryant and Isaac have been working on it this evening. I've just brought my chair and I'm sitting here in this rocking chair while they have worked on it. And I have you know, they have taken off and are driving it down the road. It is absolutely green. The car was white, but it is absolutely green from where it has been sitting. Hang on, I'll show you the grass around it. They've actually already weed-eated a little bit around it, but I'm going to show you where it was sitting. You can kind of see the tall things where it was sitting right here. And they just cranked it up and got it to running. There's some of our tools. And actually, Isaac took the battery out of his car and put in it to see if it would run. So they have replaced a fuel pump, and it was good father-son bonding time. So they have been working on this car, and I've just been sitting here watching them. And yeah, so that was fun. That was a good time for them. So anyway, I'm waiting. Oh, it had old gas in it too. And let me tell you, have you ever smelled old gas? It's like a smell all to itself. I've never smelled anything like it. Anyway, so I'm waiting for him to get back. I'll show you the car and I'll show you how green it is from where it's been sitting. The lady has actually moved out of this home and left the car here. So Bryant purchased the car for, you know, just a little bit. He thought he could fix it up and make him a little preacher car, because he has his farm truck and then we have my car. But he needs a car that he doesn't have to take the big, nasty chicken truck out. But if I need my car, he has something halfway decent he can drive to appointments, hospital visits, that type thing. So when they come back with the car, I'll let you see it. And yeah, so we'll be back in just a little bit when they come back. I hope they didn't forget me. Of course, I do have my car here, but they didn't tell me to go home. So I'm just sitting here waiting for them to come back. And here they come. Look how green it is.
Hey Clark, she's a beauty.
Like, it's been sitting a while, as you can tell.
For 2 years.
2 years.
Yep.
Is that how long she said?
We got her going.
Got her going.
$100 fuel pump.
Not bad.
And a battery.
Look at all the leaves. Y'all did good.
We did good. Alright, let's go park it.
Well, good morning, everyone. Look what handsome man I'm with.
Hey, hey, hey.
Today, I was actually going to finish cleaning the house. And as you can see,
I pulled her away.
I'm not cleaning the house. And we are just going to have a good husband and wife day. Caroline mentioned on her live, one of her questions on her live the other night was, what is your favorite thing to do with your dad? And her,
was it really?
yeah.
I didn't know that.
And her answer was to go to auctions. So I really thought she would be going on with him this morning. But her and Jamie have planned a fun day with the boys before school starts. And that's today. So, guess who his auction buddy is today?
That's right.
So we're going, I'm taking a nice comfortable chair. And we'll just film what happens while we're there.
Tell him why I like auctions.
He just likes auctions. One, because you can find unique items, things maybe antiques that are neat or things that you can't find everywhere. But the main reason he likes an auction is because you sometimes get a deal, a bargain. He's always out for a bargain. Now, that does not play into when you're bidding against somebody and it gets into a bidding war and pride takes over. You may not get a bargain then. So, okay, we'll see you at the auction. There's tractors, lawnmowers, it looks like a leaf catcher, some trucks, and look at the Corvette. All kinds of good stuff. So they're actually going to auction off the little house, and I think there's 10 acres with it. I'm not sure, but anyway, Bryant's actually gone in the house now to take a look. And they must have really liked carnival glass, because I saw a set inside the house. I've already walked through the house, and inside the house is a whole entire set of carnival glass, and it's adorable. So, and I'm seeing little pieces that that may be a reproduction, I'm not sure, but I'm seeing little pieces that looks like they really super duper liked carnival glass. So
All right, the auction has started. There's a few things here that we're interested in. They got some farm equipment. They've got a Corvette. They've got a house and 10 acres. I don't know if Leslie brought the money out from under the mattress or not, but we'll see what we can afford.
they have a meatloaf pan I'm interested in.
Oh, meatloaf. So, here we go. Hang tight. We'll show you what we buy. What's that little wooden thing he just put up?
Okay, everybody, I bid on this mainly for the cookbooks and for the meatloaf pan. I've wanted one of those, so I now have one, but there's some really good stuff in here that I'm super excited about. And yeah, so I've just got a bunch of box lots, but I'm tickled pink so far. Okay guys, let me show you what and all they've purchased here, and I'll show you what they've done. But Bryant's down at the garage where they're selling tools and maybe cars. I don't think they're starting the vehicles yet, but I think they're selling the tools and so forth in the garage. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show you our pile so far. Caroline has a shampooer, carpet shampooer, and hers is broke. So they sold this one and it looks almost brand new. It's a little bit bigger than the one she has, but I think it'll still work good. And then just box lots, just absolute box lots. And of course my meatloaf pan I told you about. And if y'all know my son Isaac, he loves country music and he loves vintage things. So he has no way of playing them, but I'm sure he'll start looking on eBay or whatever for a way to play these. But it's Conway Twitty, Elvis, Alabama, Tom Jones, Jerry Lee Lewis, George Jones, Tammy Wynette, Charlie Pride, all your real traditional country singers. So here's our box lot. I'm super excited about this. This is a warmer. This goes on, and then these pans right here sit on it and it keeps it warm. So I'm super excited about that. And y'all know I love my batter bowl, and I found another one. So super excited. There's Isaac talking to a gentleman. Well, y'all, the pile keeps growing. And I think in this box, ouch, is records. Those are for Isaac. But whatever that is, that's for Isaac. Not sure what these things are. But my pile has stayed pretty much the same. Bryant has gotten a few things. We've had a gentleman come up and wanting to buy the records, I think, or the 8-tracks. This girl is ready to go home. But Bryant and Isaac are having a good time, so I'm just sitting here chilling out, planning some recipes we're gonna make together. Fall is right around the corner. It's time to bring out the fall recipes, so I'm planning some good fall recipes for you guys. I'm super excited. There's probably smudges all over my glasses, but anyway, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just working on a plan for cooking over the next few weeks. This coming week's gonna be a little weird. Judah going to school, then I'll have Judah again on Tuesday, so it's just a little weird this week, but the following weeks, we're going to get started hard and heavy into some fall recipes. I have a sneaky feeling Bryant has bought more junk. Just a sneaky feeling that we may have to go home and get the truck to pile all this in. I'm not sure it'll fit in my car. I'm ready to go. He's taking me to dinner for today, let me tell you. There's these little sweat beads everywhere. He's taking me to dinner tonight. Yep, more stuff. Well, guys, you know what will get us away from an auction sale? A chicken house alarm. Guess where we're headed? The farm has called and we must go. Yeah, it's hot today.
Cool sails are running.
Everything we have that runs water is running, with the exception of foggers, and we just
best to keep the birds cool.
Yep. So we're just having a water pressure situation, so we're here to check it out and fix it, and then I'm going to sit in some air conditioning. Sorry you can hear the dinging, but Bryant left the door open. But anyway, our car is full, and Isaac's car is full, and I think Bryant's going to have to go back and get something that in a truck, if I'm not mistaken. So, in fact, I haven't asked him if he bought that air compressor. There was a big air compressor, and I think he bought it. So, I got to see if that was his. But, hang on. We'll ask him when he gets back in the car. Well, about 30 minutes has lapsed since I last spoke to you, and we're still at the chicken houses. He's still working on the water, and yes, he bought the air compressor. So we just sent for Isaac to go get the air compressor while Bryant is still working on the water situation here. He thinks he's got it fixed. We had one well that was struggling a little bit, and we think one of the electrical parts of it is going out. So I think we're good now. He's just turning on, making sure everything's turned on and working right. So we'll be headed home in a little bit, and then I'll get into some good house air conditioning. And y'all won't hear me say that often, because normally I'm a windows open, no air kind of person. But today I'm appreciating air conditioning. Whoo, guys, what a day. What a day. We actually worked on the chicken houses and got all that situated and fixed, and we went to the auction all day today, and so when we got the chicken houses set, Bryant says, "You want to go eat?" And I was like, "Yes, please." And so we had supper with Isaac and Jessica, and that was so sweet and so nice. It was wonderful. We went to Kickback Jack's, where I got a salad. Y'all, I fell off the carb the Watching My Carbs wagon, and I had a fresh berry salad, which I think the salad is probably okay. It does have some fruit on it, and it does have a few candied pecans. I think the salad in and of itself is pretty good. Has feta cheese. I mean, it's really good. The dressing, however, has sugar in it. And then I finished off my evening with a candy bar. So, yeah, I had a little crash, but I'm back on it as well. As at this moment, I will be back on it. The only thing I'll have for the rest of the night is I may have a cup of coffee, but my cups of coffee are fine, totally fine. So, Bryant has gone back over. We had a call the other night in the middle of the night that there was a strange vehicle at our neighbor's house. So Bryant got up in the middle of the night, went and checked out this strange car. Well, it just so happens that another neighbor had ordered DoorDash. And you have to realize we're in the country, so our neighbors aren't next door. They're, it's different places. So, and it's actually on another road. So Bryant went over there, checked out the car, found out they were trying to deliver a meal in the middle of the night, and they couldn't find the house. Well, they had backed out of this driveway and got into a ditch. So Bryant had to come back home, get his tractor, and go back over there and pull them out of the ditch at like 4 o'clock in the morning, 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. And then when he got ready to crank his tractor up to come home, after he pulled him out, his tractor wouldn't crank. The battery's been acting up a little bit in it. So he is actually going over there. Isaac's going to meet him over there, and they're going to pull the tractor home. And let's see, what else? Isaac is emptying he's probably helping his daddy right now. But he's emptying his car and truck of all the stuff from the auction. I haven't even opened my hatch. It's just going to stay there until probably one day next week. But it's been a wonderful day. It's been a wonderful oh my goodness. Thursday was a great day. Yesterday was a great day. It's just been really good. So I've had some really good days lately. Emotional days because Judah's growing up and going to school, and Levi's changing daycares, and he's growing up. Oh my goodness. But Caroline and Jamie went today to a state park up in where we used to live, up in that area. And so they've had a big day walking the waterfalls, checking out the waterfalls, and they're on their way home. I'm in my pajamas already, and yes, it is still daylight. So I'm in my pajamas and ready for bed. I gotta take my earrings out. But tomorrow's church, so I'm just gonna chill the rest of the night until we make some coffee. And I'm loving watching Sweet Magnolias on Netflix, and may watch a few of those. But yeah. So I don't feel bad about falling off the wagon. I mean, I guess I kind of do, but I'll just jump right back on. And it wasn't a terrible, the candy bar was the worst thing. The worst thing was the candy bar. But I thought, well, since I've messed up, let me just mess up well. So anyway, okay, I'm going to go. I'll see you tomorrow at Couch Time, and I'm going to tell you about some things coming up next week. I'm going to tell you about some things going on the Facebook page. And so, yeah, it's some exciting things. Hey, everyone. Well, welcome. Do y'all remember back to Mother's Day? My son got me
the best gift.
The best gift ever. Do y'all remember what he got me? He got me, I'll show you just a little bit. Do you remember now?
A pineapple plant.
He got me a pineapple plant. Well, the pineapple was pretty small when I got it, and it's grown a little bit, but not a whole lot.
It's kind of embarrassing.
But here it is. And it's starting to go bad, and it turned yellow, and we're going to cut it and see how it tastes for you guys. So we're going to take care of that. I won't do that on camera because I don't know how to do pineapple very good, but we'll come back and taste it once we get it cut up. So hang on just a second. Okay, everybody. He butchered our pineapple.
Butchered.
And so we're going to give it a taste. You want to go first?
That's good.
Dink. There's this YouTube I watch, and they always touch food and they go dink. Mmm.
It is good sweet. Not even that tart.
Come here. Here.
Oh, delicious. That's really good. Full of carbs.
It is full of carbs. That's really good. So, now, with the plant that's left, will it produce another
I
pineapple?
don't think so. I think it'll just grow
Like a big plant.
Yeah, the big plant.
But we can plant this, and this will produce another pineapple. You want to produce a
I
pineapple?
would love to. My turn.
But this was so cool. This was one of the best Christmas gifts, Mother's Day gifts, and I got to enjoy the fruit from it. So
Not a very high yield.
no, only one pineapple, but that's okay.
A very small one.
Very small pineapple, but it look.
You can plant that one and have 2 plants.
But it's a very delicious one.
I did get a seed. I've never seen a pineapple seed.
You plant the top of the pineapple.
There is a seed.
He for sure found a seed.
I could be wrong.
He could be wrong.
You probably are.
That's not true. I like some other pineapple seeds.
From fruitages.com. Pineapples are one of the few fruits that do not have any
It was not a seed.
It was not a seed. Okay. Well, it's good. Whether it has seeds or not, it's good. We will see you in a little bit at couch time. Hey everybody, welcome to Couch Time.
Hey.
We are here. We're tired. We've
Just a
had a
little bit.
busy weekend.
Got a lot
Fun
done.
weekend.
Went to an auction yesterday.
Yep, they got to see this on this video.
Bought too much stuff.
Junk.
Yep, she bought a lot of junk.
Not
She
me.
kept saying, I like that. I like that.
I wanted the meatloaf pan and the cookbooks.
And everything else that came with it. The back of her car is still full.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, we've had a great week. Hey, what do you guys think about that asparagus and chicken recipe?
Oh my goodness. That was so good.
Rich and creamy is really good.
Yeah, it was delicious.
And then we carried the boys to the.
And that's the first time. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
But that's the first time I think I've ever cooked anything with Gouda cheese.
Yeah. Now you've made.
I've made Gouda grits.
Well, you've done that recipe before, similar.
A similar recipe, but it's not the same. And this is the first time I think I've ever cooked with Gouda cheese.
Yeah, because I went back to look at that and I put in Farming Pastor's Wife on Google and asparagus and chicken.
Another one came
I
up.
pulled up your other one too. Yeah.
Yeah, it must be a little different because I don't remember ever having Gouda cheese before.
Hey, if you guys, that's a little quick tip for those of you, is if there's ever a recipe that she's done and you don't want to go back through all the videos trying to find it, if you remember a little bit of what's in the title, you can go to Google, search The Farming Pastor's Wife Chicken and Asparagus, and boom, it'll pull it up. So,
Or fried chicken or whatever you're looking for.
yeah.
If I've done one, it should come up.
So that's a little tidbit there. So, but hey, we've had a great week. The auction, Jessica's birthday.
Yep,
We had
Jessica's
that.
birthday was on here.
Yeah, we
The lemon pie.
lemon pie was really, really good. I love the filling.
It was good and refreshing.
Trying to think, have we missed anything?
I don't know.
Action packed. She went with Judah to open house.
Oh, our fun day with the boys.
Yep.
Our trampoline park.
I'm surprised she jumped. Normally that would have been me,
Yeah.
but my knee was hurting that day and my back was hurting a little bit, so I took a break and she did all the jumping.
And I felt it the next day too.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
will
It was really fun.
wear you out.
And that children's museum, let me tell you, was amazing. I don't know that I've ever been to a children's museum before, but I've seen them on television, like Blippi. You know, Blippi always goes to the children's museums, but y'all, this one was absolutely amazing.
What kind of coffee are we drinking today?
Oh, thank you.
Yep, I just took a swallow.
Yep. We're trying our on Couch Time. We're doing our fall collection, And you have chocolate swirl, and I have chocolate raspberry.
Let me try yours.
Let me try yours.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, yours is much more chocolatey than mine.
Um,
I don't get any raspberry out of mine. We're just plain old Folgers, folks.
That's me. Plain old Folgers.
Plain old Folgers, folks. So we got to find a really good Advent thing.
Did you hear that Starbucks changed their name?
To what?
$8.
Yeah, I bet so.
It used to be $5. That's $8.
But this is not bad. I just don't get the raspberry at all. Did you get it?
It's in there.
It's in there?
Yeah, it's like Prego spaghetti sauce. It's in there.
It's in there.
Hey, very quickly today, we had a great message this morning. First service, I was able to preach my message. Second service, after the worship team, if you watch us live, the Holy Spirit moved. People got to testify.
Those are the best Sundays ever.
And I didn't get to share my message. And there's a bunch of wise guys that goes to church with us. And on the way out the door, because I didn't get to preach, they said, "Preacher, that was your best message yet." And so,
Do they really?
so anyway, a bunch of wise guys. But anyway, I shared, the title of the message was Re-Feared. It's a play on words. That's not a real word. It's a word I made up this morning. But something that sounds very similar is revered, and which basically means to reverence. In Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7, it says, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom." 18 different times, that's something I forgot to tell the people this morning. 18 different times in the book of Proverbs, it says to fear the Lord. And so that tells me, that was pretty important. Solomon, who wrote a lot of the Proverbs, that tells me that he, being a smart man, knew and realized, just making sure you can hear me, that he knew and realized that the fear of the Lord was very important. What's it mean, the beginning of wisdom? Meaning that if you don't, I shared there's two different types of fear. First off, there's a fear that I have of Leslie, that one day she's going to wake up and just beat me. You know what I mean? Just wear me out because I've done something wrong. So there's that kind of fear, the boogeyman or whatever, fear of tornadoes or some type of
You're scared of.
you're scared of, okay? But then there's a fear, a holy fear, a reverent fear, where you show honor and stuff like that. And so it's a reverence. Like when you were raising your children, you taught them to say yes ma'am, no sir. You taught them to address adults properly, to say aunt so-and-so or uncle so-and-so. It's just a reverence. And so that's what he's saying here in Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7, is the fear, the reverence of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom or knowledge. What's he mean, beginning of wisdom or knowledge? Means that through that reverence, that you surrender yourself and you allow yourself to receive the knowledge and wisdom that God is trying to impart to you. Whether it's spiritual, intellectual, supernatural, whatever it is, you've got to be in that position so you can receive it. And he goes on to say that a fool despises wisdom and instructions. So there's two distinct people in this particular verse. You've got those that reverence God or that fear God, and those that are a fool and they don't listen to God. And so we talked about three things, what we needed to remain so we could grow in our faith with the Lord. One was we need to remain fearful and faithful. And that comes from that reverence we talked about. Secondly, help me out here. What was my second point? I didn't get to preach it twice, so I can't remember. We need to remain malleable.
Yes, malleable.
We need to remain malleable, meaning that God could mold us and fashion us. So many times as we age in the Lord and we age in our age, we think we've got life figured out, and we get set in our ways. Some of you guys can identify with that.
Cantankerous.
Yeah. And so we are no longer malleable. God's wanting to do something fresh and new. He's trying to form us and fashion us and make us, and we're like, God, I'm okay, leave me alone, and don't change anything around me, don't change me, don't change my environment, don't change my church. I like everything just the way it is. And God often, listen to this, spiritual growth often comes when we get out of our comfort zone. And we need to remain malleable so God can mold us and make us, okay? And being malleable has to do with that reverence of God. Simply saying, God, here I am. I've surrendered to you. Whatever you have for me, that's what I desire. That reverence I talked about earlier, it was a wanting to honor and please God in all things. That's a true reverence. So we need to remain fearful and faithful. We need to remain malleable. And lastly, we need to remain teachable. That was the last one. We need to remain teachable. And I use the old adage that goes like this. You can't teach a dog. You can't teach an old dog.
Or you can teach an old dog new tricks.
You can't.
Oh, you can't. Okay.
You can't. You with me?
Okay.
Teach an old dog new tricks. It's okay. She didn't know that one, did you?
I thought it was you can teach an old dog new tricks.
Yeah. Well, when somebody's being obstinate or stubborn,
Oh, yeah.
it's you can't.
Right.
But so anyway, so what that tells us is simply this: is no matter how long we are in our spiritual tooth, so to speak, we need to remain teachable, because God is going to show us new stuff every day. His mercies are fresh and new every day. He is leading us into opportunities every day that we've never been before. Why do we think we have all the answers when we're treading in possibilities and opportunities we've never been before? That's very naive of us. Just like we've experienced some things probably over the last 6 months that as a father and a mother, that God had to allow us to seek some new wisdom on some things. And so we have new opportunities every day. So don't be naive, be teachable, and let God teach you through those moments. Here we go. Let's tie it into the second part of that verse. If you don't remain fearful and faithful, and you don't remain malleable, and you don't remain teachable, that means that you're like the person in the latter part of that verse. You're the fool that despises or does not receive the wisdom. Because God is totally imparting that to us every day. And I don't want you to be considered that foolish person. So, hey, the message went great. People opened their hearts up at the altar today, first service, and it was really good. So, hey, that's my recap for you guys.
And as you were talking,
Refeared.
As he was talking, I thought about one of my biggest pet peeves, and that is when I'm trying to talk to somebody and they have their phone and they're listening to me, but they're not looking at me, and they're dealing with their phone. And I think that is so disrespectful. And I was thinking about how many times do we do that to the Lord when He is trying to teach us and when He's trying to mold us, but we're distracted by other things. Yeah, hey Lord, and we toss our hand up, but we don't listen and let Him do His work, and how irreverent and unfearing that is of the Lord.
Was that meant for anybody particular?
No. Well, if the shoe fits.
But you can't teach
But
them.
kids nowadays are always on their phone, and you try to talk to them, and they'll say yeah and not look up.
The sad part, it's not limited to just kids.
No, it's not just kids. No.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that recap today. Hope you enjoyed this entire video. It's just a little snippet of what we do. Next week's going to be a busy week. We're getting ready for chickens to go out. They go out a week from today. And you've seen us having to run a chicken alarm. I think we got a temperature a little warm in the chicken houses. Had some well malfunctions yesterday. But hey, guess what? All is well.
Well.
It went really good.
At Christmas, remember when we was trying to get Caroline's?
The first no
We couldn't get a well driller here at Caroline's house. So it was the first no well. But this week's going to be super exciting. Jamie's birthday is today.
Hey, happy birthday,
And
Jamie.
So one day this week we'll have his birthday dinner, and he has shocked me to death.
Shocked her.
For as long as he's been in our family, which has been for years, I mean, even before they were married, he wanted a strawberry cake for his
All the time.
birthday dessert. But I've since made a dessert. I mean, I've made it, and I make it in the fall. And that's his second, well, I guess now, I don't know which is his favorite now, but my cranberry oatmeal cookies. And that's what he wants for his birthday.
So you guys are going to see that again this week?
So we're going to get that this week. I have a Stitch Fix box.
Oh no.
Yep, we got a Stitch Fix box. Judah's first day of school.
Cha-ching.
Kindergarten is tomorrow. And
It's going to go well.
I'm going to cry.
I'm not going to cry.
I'm going to cry.
I'm going to do the hallelujah dance.
And then we have Grub Club
Tuesday night.
So I don't know how much cooking is going to go on, but I will tell you that next week, not this coming week that we're fixing to enter, but the next week, fall recipes. I already have a list this long of fall recipes, and I'm super duper excited to share fall recipes.
If you guys hadn't had a chance, go over to Facebook and like her Facebook page on the Farming Pastor's Wife. We're trying to get that to the magical number of 10,000. That's our goal. So help us like, share. She's going to continue to add content there that maybe she may not always get to put on YouTube.
In fact, Tuesday night, after we get home from Grub Club, so I've got to kind of finagle my time, but that we're going to do a quick Bible study. It's going to be a topical study, and it's going to be Tuesday night on the Farming Pastor's Wife Facebook page, and we'll do it live so you can interact with us.
Going to be about 9 p.m.?
Probably, I'm thinking 8:30.
8:30. Okay.
We'll do 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
I'm not sure what that is where you're at, but and that's over on Facebook. I know not everybody has Facebook. I know, and I've looked into other options and platforms. Some of them are memberships that I just didn't feel right about that yet. You know, we may one day, but I just didn't feel right about that. I've thought about starting another YouTube channel, but it's hard for me to juggle the 3 platforms I do have, because I usually focus on one and let the other 2 go. And so I don't think I'm ready for that yet. So if you don't have Facebook, I'm sorry. But if you want to just get one for this purpose and this purpose only, but that's where we'll be. The Farming Pastor's Wife Facebook page, Tuesday night at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time.
All right. How's that?
Very good.
Sounds good. That's it for today, folks.
Yep. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know what this week holds, but it's going to be fun. Whatever it is, we're going to have fun doing it together. So remember, if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything. Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.